Have you ever wondered what the backstory was of one of the greatest programs of all time? Mickey Mouse Club? Kerry Russell, the slender-headed former Mouseketeer, and star of the FX series, the Americans recently made a revelation that caused quite a scandal. Talking about Mickey Mouse Club, Russell stated that girls were dismissed from the club once they got sexually ready. Yes, in actual words. But what does this revelation tell consumers about the entertainment industry and how it treats young girls? Kerry Russell made startling revelations in an interview, wherein she said that the female cast members of the Mickey Mouse Club were let go as soon as they started to develop a hint of curves. She said, "When they thought you were too old to look like a virgin, or when they thought you were having too many boyfriends, they'd ask, 'Could you curl your bangs like this so that they do not cover your forehead?' To whoever is the new 16-year-old? This is a clear sign of the oppression young girls undergo in the entertainment industry. Russell has revealed a practice that seems to combine elements of ageism and sexism, and that is quite abnormal today. It implied that everything the young girls are growing into, which is normal biology, is a flaw and not something that should be embraced. This not only affects the professional confidence of such young talents, but also promotes a culture where these talents have to iconic themselves, meaning their value is determined by their look. What kind of message does this put out to young girls who have aspirations of having successful careers such as a singer or dancers? This idea that they are not good enough and will lose their jobs if they don't keep up a young and pure image is quite disturbing to think about. It is quite a wake-up call to what many young talent icons go through in an industry where they are judged by mere looks and not given any chance for personal growth. Just consider yourself as a young girl in the Mickey Mouse Club and realize and grow up with the fact that any sign of developing puberty can also mean you can no longer belong to the club. To feel the pressure of living up to this portrayal of innocence must have been really overwhelming. Not only is it a factor that erodes their self-esteem, but also a factor that leads to poor mental health. Being preoccupied with appearance and always anxious about the possibility of dismissal often impacts one's mental health and results in anxiety, depression, and other related ailments. This practice of letting girls go based on their appearance is something that is seen until today. To this date, the entertainment industry, more often than not, objectifies young talents by focusing on their looks. The problem is only aggravated by social media, which relentlessly fixes looks as the most important aspect of life, forcing young performers to live through the lens and be exposed to negative remarks on the figure, face, and any deviations from the slender and beautiful ideal. Is there hypocrisy in playing Givenchy's music, regularly featured in hip-hop, but not the actual rapper? Girls in the Mickey Mouse Club had no turning into teen queens as long as boys could do it. They were either judged or let go because of their looks. This gender bias carries forward a dangerous perception that girls, for them to stay relevant, they have to remain young and unthreatening. Think about the paths of some of the male and female stars who were the members of the Mickey Mouse Club. Meanwhile, boys like Justin Timberlake and Ryan Gosling went on developing and evolving in the public consciousness, the pressure on their slender bodies being a thing of the past. Many female stars have experienced quite a lot. This stereotype puts men on a pedestal, claiming that they age gracefully, and even encourages them to age, while women, on the other hand, are forced to remain young and beautiful. This double standard doesn't stop at looks. Compliance with the thin female ideal is expected. It affects the positions that are tendered to women after they reach a certain age, as they are usually typecast or appear in the background in contrast to their male counterparts. The desire of the industry to constantly promote young and beautiful women for performing limits their careers as well as their growth within the industry. What Russell has said makes one ponder on what used to be done in the entertainment fraternity. Such practices were also present in the Mickey Mouse Club, but were they exclusive to that television show? How many female youths had their dreams shattered just because they were deemed highly sexual? This problem was not unique, based on the experiences of other former child stars written in various historical references. Starting with Shirley Temple and up to Britney Spears, young female performers have been expected to maintain certain images they have to perform that are free from vices that are considered questionable. This pattern corresponds to some general tendencies in the culture that view women and girls as objects of desire, and their worth is dependent on their chastity. However, it is necessary to consider the impact that occurred throughout several years of such actions on the victim. Most of the child actors have come forward to reveal the effects of such pressures in their lives. They suffer from mental problems, have body image problems, and fail to secure roles as they grow up. This paper reveals the main experiences of the women, which gives insight into the suffering caused by these unhealthy industry behaviors. While we chew on these proclamations, we must wonder what alterations are required to safeguard today's youth artists. Should there be special measures including rules that govern the working conditions of the child actor to protect these children? How can we build a culture of respect for talents in a way that there are no regulated and unattainable standards that the talents have to uphold? One potential solution is to ensure that young performers are given adequate protection through policies that could be provided through law. There is a need to enhance these concerns since bodies like the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, SAG-AFTRA, already have guidelines regarding this. Alternatively, it is important to guarantee that these guidelines are maintained, solely followed and revised, depending on the modern issues. First of all, creating the proper atmosphere that is favorable for the youth performers and their mental health is crucial. This ranges from offering mental health services and developing a mentorship system and discouraging discrimination based on looks or the lack of it. As for the targets, one should explain to employers and the personnel of industries involved that placing too much importance on appearance is deleterious as well. That is, through education and properly selected behavior, people will understand that each performer, male or female, young or old, does not deserve bad treatment. First of all, creating the proper atmosphere that is favorable for the youth performers and their mental health is crucial. This ranges from offering mental health services and developing a mentorship system and discouraging discrimination based on looks or the lack of it. As for the targets, one should explain to employers and the personnel of industries involved that placing too much importance on appearance is deleterious as well. That is, through education and properly selected behavior, people will understand that each performer, male or female, young or old, does not deserve bad treatment. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining, then don't forget to hit that like button below. If you want to stay updated with more great content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and the notification bell so you never miss any future content from us. Your support means the world to us.